So David, how is the group and how was confidence after a good win on Saturday?
Yeah, look, the performance on Saturday does breed confidence, there's no doubt about that, but it's back to normal, back to work, continue to improve, continue to get better. That's the message. The boys have trained well, but they trained well the week before and the week before that. So it's continuing in that environment, that striving to get better. And if we keep doing that, we'll keep getting better. Like I said, after the Bradford game, this journey we're on is not linear. But we've got to make sure that when the opportunity presents itself to pick up points like it did on Saturday, and we played well, then we've got to make sure we do, and we did on Saturday. So we've got to do the same again going into a tough game at Chesterfield.
Whether you've really taken that moment to reflect on the first month, but you've built a good platform to build from with some good results and some good performances. Yeah,
look, it was a busy month. It doesn't start till the 10th, and I think we had 6 games, 2 relegated teams, Bradford twice, one of the favourites, Notts County away. Obviously, Sheffield Wednesday game. It's been fairly full on, and the performances have encouraged everyone, which is pleasing, because that's a reflection of the hard work that you put in pre-season and getting everyone together, getting everyone familiar with each other, making them understand what we want from them. And I think you could see that. I know that there's been lots of talk about the goal on the second goal on Saturday and the fact that it was 10 passes, but not many people know that it was like 17 passes when we scored against Bradford, when Donovan scored, because we didn't put it out there because we didn't want Bradford to know exactly how we were playing. But that was an even better goal. So we know that we've got it in us. Now it's a case of repeating that in game and from game to game in possession, and the out possession stuff being as good as we were Saturday for large parts. As good as we were in the first half against Sheffield Wednesday. And if we do that, then we'll give anyone in this league a game, and that's the challenge.
And on that, we're looking to give a strong Chesterfield side a game on Saturday. What sort of challenge do you expect to face from Paul Cook's side? Yeah,
it's a very good team. They're used to winning because they deserved to go up last year. Obviously, they were the best team in the conference. And they've started well. I saw them a couple of weeks ago, albeit in the Bristol Street Motors, shown some Tuesday, again in the Bristol Street Motors. So although it's a much changed team, we've seen them a couple of times and what they try and do and what they don't try and do. And we've got to make sure that they are a good team. They've got some good players, but then so have we. So we've got to go there full of confidence, doing our thing. And if we do our thing, then like I've just said, we'll give anyone a game, and that's what we've got to make sure we do.
You mentioned it's been a busy month last month. Must be really refreshing to get that full week of training into the lads as well.
Yeah, this month's a really good month to take stock. We managed to squeeze in the reflections on the pre-season last month with the staff. We've got to do the same with the transfer window this month with the staff. We've got to do some appraisals. All the lads have got individual development plans, so I'll be going through that. We've divvied up who's with which coach. So we'll pick up with that and see how they're getting on a bit more of a formal basis to make sure that they understand where they're going. When we write targets down, any one of us in any walk of life, they become a bit more real, a bit more sort of psychological in terms of they're harder to break. They're there in writing, and they're not our targets, they're the players' targets, what they've told me they want to achieve. So now it's like, right, so we get an opportunity to see that progress as well. So there's a bit more time to fit in things like that, to do a bit more stuff around what we're trying to do, as opposed to just go game to game and prep for games. So yeah, it's a good opportunity. We've got some individual working to on this week, for example, and split them off into 4 or 5 little groups. So they're working on specific stuff, and that's helpful. And then it's down to the players to retain that information and learn and get better. It was no surprise that we'd refreshed them about throw-ins, and we scored from one on Saturday, which was really pleasing. Now the key is in 3 weeks' time, if we don't go back and refresh them on that particular bit of the throw-in, they've got to make sure they still understand that and retain that information. And that's, or if they don't, then it's just one little quick reminder as opposed to going through it all. So that's the challenge. That's always the challenge. There's lots of challenges. and the next one is Chesterfield to see how much we've improved from last Saturday. So challenge we're looking forward to, and it helps that we've had a week to prepare.